Sure. Well, I lead a program that's led out of NIST, National Strategy for Trusted Identities in Cyberspace. It's a little different than most traditional government programs in that the government's not actually trying to build anything. The focus of NSTIC, as it's known, is much more on trying to catalyze a marketplace of different private sector identity and authentication providers that all of us in the country, whether it's me, my mother, my wife, my kid someday when she's old enough to go online, properly at least, can use to better protect herself in a way that's more secure, that's more privacy enhancing and more convenient. So it's been really quite a whirlwind of activity the last 18 months since the president signed the strategy in April of 2011. There's really been three key aspects of NSTIC implementation. The first is because we're trying to bring together a lot of different private sector stakeholders from really not only across the country, but even parts of different parts of across the world. We've needed to find some sort of a way to actually convene them together and start to think about how they might actually set standards and rules and a whole framework that could govern this identity ecosystem that the president's strategy looks to create. About 2 months ago, in the middle of August, we kicked off the Identity Ecosystem Steering Group, set up as a .org outside of government, but funded with a 2-year grant from NIST. We had close to 400 organizations, companies, universities, nonprofits, state and local governments, federal agencies, all show up along with about 250 interested individuals. We've got a community now of over 1,000 people working across more than a dozen committees and work groups to actually come up with this identity ecosystem framework, and there's more meetings planned throughout the year. Second, we've been very focused on pilot programs that can actually start to catalyze the marketplace with direct examples of the types of solutions that are actually envisioned in the NSTIC. In late September, NIST awarded 5 pilot projects worth a total of $9.2 million to a variety of, actually every one of the 5 awardees were all consortia of different entities that will be rolling out strong credentialing solutions across major banks, major retailers, universities, some government sites. We've got some specific focus ones around health and children online. And then the third thing has been working in partnership with many of the folks here at the table and others across town to ensure that the government can be an early adopter of the types of strong credentialing solutions that are envisioned in the NSTIC. We've made some pretty good progress most recently toward establishing a federal cloud credential exchange, essentially a shared service that could be used by all agencies to start leveraging not just credentials that they issue on their own, but also ones that are issued by accredited external providers.
Oh, terrific.